Hey, look, man, I'm gonna go ahead and say it like this here. Just like I said a couple weeks ago, Saquon Barkley is the best running back in the NFL. And I'm also go as far to say that he is definitely the MVP this year. And like I said, I done told y'all that before. I talked to y'all about this a couple weeks ago, and all I got was backlash. Oh, Derrick Henry. And even then when I got the backlash, Saquon Barkley had more rushing yards and more reception yards than Derrick Henry. But they still said he was better. They said Derrick Henry was more electrifying. Well, how y'all feel about old Derrick Henry now? And I know y'all probably still gonna disagree with me. That's why I brought in some backup. Today we're gonna be watching a video from somebody who knows football probably more than me and you put together. And I'm only talking about one of the greatest tight ends of all time to ever touch that field. My boy Shannon Sharpe and Ocho Cinco also had a conversation over there on Nightcap about how they feel about my boy Saquon though. So let's go ahead and watch this footage and see what they had to say about it. Let go.
All right, guys, let's get into this game because Saquon Barkley went off. 26 carries, Ocho. 255 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's the most rushing yards in a single game in Eagles history. That's the 9th most rushing yards in NFL history. He had 2 runs of 70 or more yards. He has that kind of ability. That's what you get when you get a Saquon. And if you ask me, and you're asking me, this team looks better than the team that went to the Super Bowl because of 2-6 in the backfield. If you look at their defense, you look at that defensive line, you look at Jalen Carter, you look at Sweat, you look at Williams, you look at those Brandon Graham, they could attack, they're attacking the quarterback. They don't give up nearly the big plays that they gave up last year. They don't give up nearly the points that they gave up last year. And running backs, let me give you some, I'm gonna fill you in on something. I don't know if you watch film or not. But when 17 comes, you better go to him because he's going to sit you on your ass. If you sit there and try to catch him, he's going to run you over. You better close the distance. Let me tell you something. I don't know if your running back coaches told you this. You better shut down the distance. You let him get ahead of steam and you try to catch him, he's going to sit you in the quarterback's lap. Close the distance. Don't give him a two-way go and sell out. That's the only way. But if you let him get ahead of steam and you try to catch him, he's going to sit you in the quarterback's lap. Ocho, the Eagles look really good. They look really good for the very simple reason. Defense is playing much better. A.J. Brown is still him. They got guys that can make the tight ends are really good. But it's 2-6. He's a difference maker. But if you see, did you see what they did, Ocho? Jalen Hurts threw the ball 22 times.
That's it.
They ran it 45. Now, I know another team that got a very similar situation. But they want to do
it down there in Baltimore.
Now, you can go get the guy, you can go get your quarterback the MVP and be home, or you can have an opportunity to be playing in the Super Bowl. The choice is yours. Take off, Ocho. What did you like about what you saw with the Eagles?
Obviously, when you're running the ball like they did tonight, when Saquon is doing what he's doing, hitting his head off the goalpost, 2 runs of 70 yards or better, you don't have to throw the ball that much. You know, you have to dish it as much as you can to keep A.J. Brown happy, keep the tight end happy, you know, still run your offense. But it takes so much pressure off Jalen Hurts when Saquon Barkley can do some of the things he does.
Ocho, Saquon was going to be Saquon. He couldn't do this because their quarterback isn't Jalen Hurts. You need a competent guy because I'm going to stack the box. See, I can't stack the box with Hurts because you still got the AJ. And you have Devontae who was out. And I got Jalen Hurts, who's a competent quarterback who can throw the ball. So Saquon is going to be Saquon. Don't get me wrong. So don't people say, well, listen to what I'm saying. He can't be this effective because they're going to stack the box. Because I don't believe your quarterback can beat me. I believe Saquon can beat me. Now, what do, Ocho? You play a light box, he's going to go for 255. You play 8, try to sneak somebody down there. Now you got AJ working one-on-one, you got Devontae working one-on-one, and you got the tight end Goddard, and you got the other tight end. So you can't do that. So, but he's going to be, Ocho, you know he's on pace to break the NFL record. He's now on pace to run for 21:51. The NFL record is 21:05. That's how good he is. He's been everything. I know they thought they was gonna get this kind of guy because he has something to prove. He's like, oh, y'all don't want me? Well, let me go and take this 15, 60, 100 yards. I'll take it on the field.
You got to understand, you know he has that kind of chip on his shoulder. For one, you don't want to pay me. No, not only that. Not only do you not want to pay me,
For
you
sure.
franchise tag me, and you basically telling me, we don't think you have any value to us, especially for a long-term contract.
Hey, look, man, I don't know how to say this any better, okay? Saquon Barkley is the best running back in the NFL, okay? He's better than Derrick Henry. He's better than Gibbs. He's better than Montgomery. He's better than Robinson. He's better than any running back that you want to line up in front of him. Point blank period. This man is literally on pace to breaking the all-time rushing record in a single season. And oh, by the way, fun fact. You know the last person, if I'm not mistaken, the very last person who did that? Adrian Peterson. And you know what happened with him that year? He won MVP. Man, stop playing with me. My boy Saquon, though, has changed the whole trajectory when it comes to this Philadelphia Eagles offense and the entire organization. Like my boy Shannon Sharpe said, man, this team this year looks entirely different, bro. They look way better than the team that went to the Super Bowl to play against the Kansas City Chiefs. And of course, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to give shout out to the defense because they have done a great job. They're giving up way less points than what they did last year. That's a fact, okay? But offensively, it is solely because of my boy 2-6. At this point, I don't think there's nobody in the NFL that's more electrifying than him. At this very moment. My boy is literally out there tap dancing and playing ballerina on them boys, man. Bandole Save. And look, if there's any Derrick Henry fans, I don't knock it, okay? Derrick Henry is doing his thing this year, but come on, man, come on. He ain't better than Saquon. He's not. Point blank period. Y'all get at me, man. Drop them things down in the comment below. Let me know how y'all feel about this whole conversation. I'm gonna holler at y'all on the next one.